Hello, once again. We're going to jump right in. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know I'm in the place, what time it is. We got to get on this right now. I'm telling you right now, this talking about step parents, blended families, and this is, man, like I said, Dr. Becky is of Marriage Crisis Manager has broke this thing down to a science. Okay, I'm gonna pick up exactly where I left off. Okay, so we can keep it moving. We're dealing with no marriage left behind. When I talk to step parents, I tell them they have signed up for an almost impossible job. It is rare for stepchildren to fully appreciate them, and it is a lifestyle of giving and not receiving much in return. If the children are very small, it might be reasonable to parent them, but you must acquiesce to the biological parent as the final word for how it would be done. If they are older, parenting is off the table for a step parent. Only the stance of a good supportive friend would be effective, and the biological parent must deal with all disciplinary actions. It's hard to stand by and take a back seat when you're one of the two adults in a family, and what's happening offends your sensibilities, but that is the plight of the step parent. For the biological parents, I sympathize with the feelings of being torn between wanting to make your new partner happy and not wanting to neglect or injure your children. There are so many ways for blended families to go south. This is why I encourage single people to steer clear. When Papernell counseled step families, she used a three-pronged process based on educating and informing the adults. 1. Psychoeducation. 2. Interpersonal skills. And 3. Intrapsychic dynamics. Here are the basics of each. Psychoeducational. What is commonly known to work in first-time families may not be true for step families. For example, in a first-time family, the marriage should come first, then the children. But in the step family, the opposite is true. Divorce is foisted on children and often presents an upheaval and unwanted changes. That is why if first-time families with children choose to divorce, they must then put their children's needs above their own and get them raised healthy. First and foremost, if I had my way, parents of younger children would not bring a new partner into the picture until they are in their teen years and begin focusing more on friends and independence. Also, meddling a family is a process that takes time. Never heard that word before. At best, Papernell says it takes 2 years for families to reach equilibrium and 4 years to adjust to the step family dynamic. It is important to understand that step families are different animals altogether than first-time families, and challenges are often most intense when the whole family is together. So not forcing everyone to be together is a helpful intervention that needs to be available and kept in mind. Other important things to be aware of are that difficulty adjusting and intense feelings are normal in step families. Step parents also should have breaks from the family dynamic. So if possible, a private retreat space should be carved out for them to find respite and refuel. Half of the couples that form step families have a child of their own. There's a 50-50 chance either way whether this will help or hurt the new family dynamic. A stepmother having her first biological child may fall so in love with her new baby that stepchildren may become yesterday's news. Her new close relationship with the child may cause stepchildren feel like stuck outsiders. Okay, some situations are easier than others. Simple step family. One parent has a child, the easiest step family dynamic. Complex step family. Both parents have children. Stepmothers with stepdaughters are more challenging than stepfather-stepchild relationship. Adolescents have a harder time adjusting than children under 9, and girls have a harder time than boys. Successful step families. Both the insider parent and the outsider parent and inside and outside children need to be supported. It's a position where both sides will often struggle. Unrealistic expectations often abound, and empathy is often in short supply in step families that don't get along. Excuse me. Yet it is the most important ingredient. I feel for the parents torn between trying to make their children happy and their new spouse happy. It is one of the worst feelings in the world. I also feel deeply for the step parent who feels like an outsider in the group that has long been established. Each person in the family must receive one-on-one time. The term blended family suggests that individuals will always be together, but this is not the way for every person to get their needs met. The couple needs alone time, and each child needs alone time with each adult. A step parent spending alone time with each child will help them build their own bonds. The couple needs to ensure they have both problem solving time and playtime. Successful parenting has a few ingredients that apply to all families but are in short supply. Dan Hughes developed an acronym for the kind of parenting that creates secure attachment: PLACE. Playful, loving, accepting, curious, and empathetic. Keep these in mind as you parent your children. Introduce a new step parent slowly and gradually. Require step parents and children to be civil, not love. If love happens, great, but we cannot require it. Be aware of activities where insiders are experienced and outsiders are not. If the parent and children are experienced skiers, perhaps they can ski on their own, while later find an activity that includes the step parent where everyone is on the same level. Keep physical affection between the new couple private. Respect personal boundaries. Where bathrooms, every family member should remain fully covered in front of one another. Allow and encourage the children to openly honor, love, and enjoy their close bond with their other parent. No complaining or negative remarks about the former spouse in front of the child, ever. Be open-minded to reports from the other parent. I understand that some former spouses can be manipulative. Still, if you can have a cordial co-parenting relationship where you can both share observations about your child, it is extremely beneficial. I did not have this, and I'd have given anything if I had. Give those who don't get along or don't want to blend space and time. Don't force anyone to be with anyone. Honor each person's feelings and sensibilities. Protect the children and set clear rules for respectful behavior. 10. Blaming the child for reacting negatively to an exceedingly difficult experience is the wrong path. Only understanding and empathy for what the child has gone through will reap rewards. If a child does act out, a parent should ask, have I given them enough alone time? Am I aware of their unique challenges? Am I empathetic? Is our new home or the relationship with their other parent full of conflict? Am I moving my child too fast to blend into the new family? Never force your child to have a relationship with the step parent. Civility is the most we can shoot for. If love and respect enter the picture, great. Interpersonal skills. Parents need to be aware how difficult the step-parent's role is and express it through empathy. You may never agree on certain things, but you can care and note how hard things can be. Being a step-parent is different from being a parent. Acceptance, empathy, and flexibility with each stepchild may work well. Control, rigidity do not. Learn to learn. When the step-parents get stuck in it, we've been over this situation, try empathy. Stepmother to stepdaughter. Agatha, I see you're frustrated. You've been through so much. I see how difficult it is. I'm so sorry. Ask what happens inside you when. Let people feel how they feel. Honor the feelings of everyone in the family. Don't diminish or negate feelings. Talk about them. So, this is a lot more going on. And she broke this thing out to a science. You know, it is joining a step family is stressful for children than the divorce was. The children perceive their parents' new relationship as a loss of parental time and attention. Parent-child relationships are very vulnerable in early remarriage, become more distant, conflicted, and negative, just when children most need warm response in parenting. Cartwright, 2008. Loyalty binds are normal. The idea that if a child comes to a door, their step-parent, they are being disloyal to the other parent is real. If co-parents don't get along, this problem increases The quicker a family tries to blend, the more there will be. Validation of each person's feelings are real and important and will go a long way. Children can recover from divorce in 2 years, while adjusting to a new step family can take 2 to 7 years more. The possibility exists that it would never happen. Over time, many of the issues faced early on in step families eventually soften or disappear. The most important factors for the children having a positive adjustment of divorce and a new step family are the quality of the parent-child relationship and the level of conflict. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that it right there. That's a lot. I hope you take this in stride. She broke it down to a science that is more to it. I didn't realize how much was involved. Is more to it than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to deal with, but it can be done if you put things in place to create a successful family. So till next time, I have nothing further to say about it because I don't know that side of it. I'm gonna let what she said stand, and if you need more information, again, this is Dr. Becky Whitelow, Marriage Crisis Manager, and she has it broke down to a science. She's licensed to do this. She's been doing it for quite some time, and then she experienced it as a divorced mom in 1993. Till next time, peace.